Hi, it's Cassandra. Come back with another video. Today I just wanted to come back and talk a little bit about how the cult would put everybody in a box and try to make everybody be the same. Just like on that theocratic ministry school thing, how they would just have everybody, have to go on the stage and everything. And everybody is not, we're not all cut out to be on the stages and everything. Everybody have different gifts and everything. But they used to it was this one guy. He was like in his 60s or whatever, but he was trying to become like a minister or servant and everything because he was newly really in there. But his wife was, you know how the women inside the cult, they really, a lot of them are very domineering and everything. They actually are the leaders, but they act like that they're the submissive ones, but they're the ones that's really like behind the men and just pushing them to be elders and ministerial servants and stuff like that. So this one man, he was like in his 60s, and his wife was pushing him to become a servant and everything. And so he would try to give those talks and everything. And each time he would give his talk, they couldn't even really give him his grade or whatever, because at that point they just knew to get his bag ready, jacket and everything. And he just left, going right to the hospital because his nerves were just that shot after he gave it every talk. And his wife and they kept, you know, giving him the talks, and he kept going up there and doing it, and his wife was really pushing him to do it. And it was just, it didn't really make no sense because his nerves and high blood pressure and everything would go up behind that. And so, it just, they didn't have no kind of consideration for people that couldn't do things, different things. The same thing like when me and my sister, we had like three children each, and we were trying to go out and make that field service at 9 o'clock in the mornings. And sometimes we couldn't get there on time. And it was one man, I don't really call them brothers and stuff like that. I really, stopped doing that a while ago. So, when you hear me call them man and woman and stuff like that, that's really what they were. They were all nice, but, when you use the word brothers and sisters, that should be a term that's really endearing, and it should mean more than just somebody who you go somewhere with, and deal with, but then they can just drop you anytime, like a hot potato. Even if it's blood relatives that's doing that, you really wouldn't be able to call that, brothers or sisters. That terminology just don't fit the actions. So anyway, when we came one morning, he said that when we were running a little behind, he said that he was giving a little speech saying that if people were late or whatever, then they might as well not come because Jehovah, he wants people to be on time and this and that and the other. And so at that point, that was like the last time my sister and I took those children out. We didn't even worry about it anymore. I still went out in service every now and then, but they didn't have to worry about me getting up and taking my children, and she didn't. She said no, she wasn't going to do it either, because if Jehovah couldn't read the heart, because he's the one that should have been reading hearts and stuff all along. So we shouldn't have had to be so man-made and so man-guided, but we were. And so, but by him giving that little speech that day, he helped us out on that one. And then this whole thing about this blood thing, they really are serious about that. I remember this one sister that was inside the congregation, and how it spread. We don't know. I know she was on like a public reproof or whatever, but she had a serious surgery, and she had to have the blood transfusion, and it wasn't really clear whether she took the blood transfusion or her husband is the one that forced it on her or whatever, when she went under. But either way, she had to be on reproof behind, receiving that blood transfusion. And even when she got out of the off the reproof or whatever, everybody in the congregation still never really accepted her. She never was a real a person who people liked and people wanted to be around, because they all knew that she had gotten a blood transfusion. And so they were all kind of bitter and kind of angry that she had got the blood transfusion and could come back into the Kingdom Hall and just be a servant of Jehovah, and not get no punishment. So they wanted to, go ahead on and start punishing her for him. So these are examples of how they carry on inside the Kingdom Hall and the congregations, just really let you know that they try to put people inside of a box. And you shouldn't be put inside any box when you're alive. When you are a person who are wake up in the morning, you're a grown adult person, you should be able to live your life according to what you feel is best in your heart. And they did not want you to do that. And even as the reason why I speak against cults, because people have their own belief systems, how they're going to raise their children. But those cults are very dangerous because they have you doing all kinds of things that you would not even think to do. Like I said, to cover up pedophilia, to really, to not give your child, your somebody who you really love a blood transfusion. Some people have lost their moms and everything, their fathers, because their mother was elderly and everything, and they just continue to tell the doctors that my mother wouldn't want the blood transfusion. So they have been very instrumental in just losing a lot of lives, and this is not what we're here to just accept. People are being abused, and people being lives are being lost. People are being suicidal. People being highly depressed. I remember times going to the elders and everything, and trying to talk to them about how I was just so depressed and everything. And they didn't have any answers. They would just continue to say, well, you got to do more for Jehovah, and he will help you. And, this just, you got to put your trust in Jehovah more. And they were pushing me to the point of exhaustion. So that's how a lot of people in the congregations and everything have nervous breakdowns, because they are trying to be forced to be something that they're not. They're trying to be forced to be in boxes that they're not supposed to be in. We're individuals, and we're here to have our own life's courses. We're not here to just do what somebody else tell us to do. But when you get inside of dangerous cults and mind benders and things like that, they'll have you like a horse. They'll have you like somebody that they're riding you, and that's not they're not supposed to do that. And so I just wanted to come back and just talk about how when you're in it, when you're inside that cult, how you'll just be forced to be what somebody else wants you to be. You can't really be and grow naturally the way you were supposed to do, or the way you were intended to do on this earth. So anyway, if I think of some more things about how I felt and what I went through, I'll come back and share those things. But if anybody, like I said, have any, any kind of topics that they want me to discuss or whatever, then I will. But other than that, I think I'm gonna, start coming down and probably just, take some time out, from the videos and everything. But, you guys, like, you always know how I love you, and I hope that everybody is doing the things that they want to be doing and the things that they need to be doing in order to be the best person, in order to be the best people that we can be, not for what somebody else wants us to be. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for watching.